Hello everyone and welcome to episode 64 of the WMMA 5 series here on the channel, the modern day UFC save, a kind of what if COVID was a thing, as we are in Australia for this one for UFC 263, Yahya versus Henry Cejudo as our main event in a bantamweight contest as far as for the bantamweight title. We also are going to see Maycee Barber versus Montana De La Rosa for the women's flyweight title. Brett Johns, Ray Borg also on the card. Tai Tuivasa versus Alistair Overeem as well. And Ryan Spann, taking on Jimmy Crate as well. That is happening on the main card as our main event. Yes, Cejudo is the favorite, slight favorite, but he is the favorite nonetheless. If we can see Yahya get his 30th career win in winning the bantamweight title, that would be very, very massive to see for him. As far as Henry Cejudo, 18-2, 34 years old. Of course, 12th ranked on the pound-for-pound rankings, as far as was a flyweight, of course, and pretty much ran the division until he's moved up to bantamweight now, and he's done very well for himself, though. He's beaten Peter Yan, Corey Sandhagen, Jimmy Rivera. Now he's at his 4th fight here in the save. Been pretty active has Cejudo been, and man, this is a hell of a night for him, and especially for somebody I think of his background, a wrestler, obviously an Olympic gold medalist. I think for him as a freestyle wrestler, he's gonna have a nice advantage over Yahya. But I mean, Yahya, he is obviously a crafty fucking veteran. 3-time world jiu-jitsu champion, as well as a Abu Dhabi champion as well. This is a tremendous grappling contest here. You have a world-class jiu-jitsu grappler, a man who has gotten even finishes as well. I mean, he's finished Alcantara, he's submitted Aljamain Sterling, he's knocked out Marlon Moraes as far as the body kick. That all happened last year. I mean, that's a hell of a way to come into this title fight, getting 3 finishes in a row. Funny enough, though, he's never beaten anybody that's in the top 5, so him kind of getting this title fight is a bit of maybe a stretch. He is the 4th bantamweight in the world. Right now, the bantamweight rankings are a little, in a bit of a tailspin a little bit, because Uriah Faber's 3rd. He gets the next title fight. As far as fucking Cody Garbrandt is on hiatus, so we gotta wait for him to come back. So basically, I would say he's the 3rd, bantamweight in the world at this point. With Garbrandt being gone. But this is, I think, that just from a stylistic perspective, is really why I wanted to see this fight. 2 great grapplers. This is gonna be as far as maybe. Hopefully nobody just stalls their way to victory, but they shouldn't. Both these guys look to at least finish, especially Yahya. Cejudo maybe not so much, which is tough, but I think him being a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy, being on his back, he's used to being on his back. He's used to being a guy that is on the bottom of a guard. So, and he's able to get maybe an armbar, maybe even a guillotine, maybe a triangle. There's ways he can get a win on his back, and I think that's going to make things a lot more exciting. We'll see, though. I mean, if he can get his 15th win in the UFC, his 30th career win, winning the bantamweight title, that'd be a huge get for Yahya. Because, I mean, they also have similar records, too, in the UFC. 14-4-1, 12-2. I think it's going to be a really, really good fight. As Maycee Barber, Montana De La Rosa, as we go from 2 veterans of the sport to 2 young, just rising stars on the female side of things. Maycee Barber, 10-1, 6-1 in the UFC. Montana De La Rosa, 8-1, 15-5 overall. And for Montana De La Rosa, she's looking to make her 2nd defense here of her flyweight title. 2 of the best pound-for-pound fighters on the female side of things. And of course, these 2 had a split decision at June 2020, as far as Blades and Lewis, which Montana De La Rosa won by split decision. Montana De La Rosa is the slight favorite, which I think makes a lot of sense, but this is going to be a hell of a contest. Of course, we saw their first fight here in the save back in June of 2020. As far as a split decision, it was very, very close for Maycee Barber, as far as it was basically Both girls, for the most part, just trying to make sure they keep each other down. But at least Macy Barber's doing more striking on the ground, whereas Montana De La Rosa, at least she was landing some jabs and some kicks. She did land a knee while down on Macy Barber. I believe she was in either side control. I want to say it was side control. It wasn't a stuffed knee or stuffed takedown and then a knee. But as far as, I think this one hopefully will have a decisive winner. It's tough though. I think they're both stylistically very, very similar. It's going to be tough. Going to be tough for both girls. I mean, she's coming off of a fight in April, so a quick turnaround for her. As for Montana De La Rosa, she's also coming off a fight in April. She's had 5 fights in the save already. This is going to be her 6th fight. So 3 fights a year, and we're in June right now. So she's had a hell of a run. Of course, she's had so many submission finishes in the save. Arm bars, rear naked chokes, guillotines. If there's a will, there's a way. She's figured it out, and she has been tremendous. And she's had some great fights, too, along the way. That Caitlin Chikagan fight was very, very fun. Her Shevchenko was a good fight as well. I think she's definitely earned deserved main event, or a co-main event, rather, in this case, as far as from a female side of things. I would also like to see her potentially even main event a pay-per-view, because she just puts on these exciting fights, and it's still only 26 too. This is going to be a big time fight, though. That's 2 of the brightest stars, I think, on the female side of things, battling it out there. And then Brett the Pikey Johns and Ray the Taz Mexican Devil. Borg has both been far away from home here, as far as obviously Wales for Brett Johns, Albuquerque, New Mexico for Ray Borg. 14-4, 18-2 for Brett Johns. He was ranked 9th in the bantamweight division, 7th for Ray Borg. Of course, Ray Borg has had a tough little schedule as of late. He's fought Dominic Cruz and John Dodson, which he beat both those guys pretty impressively too. He has usually been fighting once a month, or once a year rather, excuse me, as far as he's been only fighting around once a year. This is his 2nd fight, which is his first time he's fought in multiple times in the calendar year since 2017. 27 years old, though, Ray Borg. So, I mean, I would say probably entering his prime at this rate. Taking on somebody in Brett Johns who has looked very, very impressive. He beat Ricky Simone, he beat Peter Yan as far as getting heel hook wins, and he got a rear naked choke win in his first fight in the save. I mean, this is definitely his toughest test yet. Actually, I don't know, though. I mean, both Peter Yan and Ricky Simone are tough guys. Yeah, that's tough. I mean, it's going to be a tough one, for sure. Judo black belt, who is tremendous at the grappling game. Ray Borg, definitely more your traditional wrestler. He did very, very well against Dominic Cruz, so we'll see how he does here tonight. Ray Borg is the favorite, though, but I would probably lean towards Brett Johns if it was me on the betting line, as Alistair Overeem and Tai Tuivasa, the Demolition Man, 41 years old, 45, 19-1, 11-8 in the UFC for Tai Tuivasa, 9-4, 4-4 in the UFC. I mean, 2 polar opposites of each other as far as physical stature. As far as how many fights one has had over the other in combat sports. I mean, Alistair Overeem has fought now in 4 decades. I want to say he did fight in the late 90s in K1, but I could be wrong. He might actually only been in the 2000s and might just be 3 decades. But I'm pretty sure he's fought in 4. Either way, though, who's who of who he has fought and who he's beaten. But this, as far as for him, this will stop his longest losing streak in his career if he loses tonight. And of course, he fought Vitor Belfort and Strikeforce. As far as he's fought in Pride, K1. It was Brock Lesnar as far as his first fight in the UFC, which was a great first guy to have. He's fought Travis Brown, Bigfoot Silva, Frank Mir, Biggin Rothwell, Stefan Struth, Roy Nelson, Andre Arlovski, Junior Santos, Stipe Miocic. He's knocked out Mark Hunt, a guy that has trained and helped work with Tai Tuivasa. And he's beaten Fabrizio Verdum. He's, of course, had that crazy knockout loss to Ngannou. He's fought Curtis Blades. He's beaten Pavlovich. He's beaten Alexei Olenek as well. But that Yahya Rosenstrike fight was crazy, though. That lived up to the hype for sure. And that was his, as far as the last fight before the save started. Marcin Tybura, I mean, the split decision loss to Tybura, I believe, Overeem was just kind of... He was doing great stand-up wise, but Tybura just had the grappling advantage. I think for this fight, though, this could be over in the first round, first minute even. I mean, these guys are very, very dominant strikers for sure. If they can land a big-time hit, it's over. They are some heavy hitters, especially coming in at their weight. Of course, he beat Stefan Struve, did. Tai Tuivasa, his first fight in the save. He stopped his 3-fight losing streak, but he did just get knocked out by Juan Adams back in August. As, of course, Juan Adams has been on an absolute tear. But he's got a chance to avenge his protege. He's fighting in Australia. He's got a chance for his 10th career victory. And for Alistair Overeem, this could be his last fight. Not only in the save, or not only in the UFC, but in his career as well. It's Ryan Spann and Jimmy Crite, the Brute Crite, as a Melbourne native, 12-1, 16-6, or 18-6 rather, for Ryan Spann. Both guys 4-1 in the UFC. Both are in the top 15 of the light heavyweight division. Crite is got a -280 favorite. Ryan Spann, though, was on an undefeated streak until he had to fight Junior Santos on relatively short notice at heavyweight, and he got finished in that fight. But I think for him, this is definitely probably his toughest test besides JDS, but I think JDS, he was kind of out of his element. He had to fight at heavyweight, gave up a bit of weight against him as well. But, as far as the Vulcan Oezdemir win, had the rear naked choke. He's a pretty good grappler, for sure, especially a big dude at 6'5" as a light heavyweight. But again, enormous height, enormous reach, but I think Jimmy Crite, I mean, he's a tough dude as well. Background in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, pretty solid, well-rounded guy, but doesn't really get a lot of finishes we've seen in the save. That Thiago Santos fight was a fucking disgrace. The Corey Anderson win wasn't as dumb as I thought it'd be. I thought he was going to at least get a finish. We'll see, though. We'll see. Hopefully, he has a good showing tonight. I wouldn't mind backing Ryan Spann in that one, to be honest. I think at plus 230, that's a solid underdog. It's our prelim main event. Jake Matthews, the Celtic kid, the Melbourne native, taking on Belal, remember the name, Muhammad. 9-4 in the UFC is Muhammad. 8-4 for Jake Matthews. 18-4 overall. 15-4 for Jake Matthews. Matthews is the favorite. Of course, we know that Belal has become the welterweight champion in real life here. In this save, though, I mean, he's done pretty well for himself. Beat Chiesa, beat Gilbert Burns. I think the Gilbert Burns one was definitely a big, big win for him. Gilbert Burns was top 10 when he fought him. Now he's only 23rd still in the ranking, so he hasn't taken a huge jump. And, he is the underdog in this fight against Jake Matthews. Jake Matthews, of course, pretty great prospect. And now only 26 years old, but has had so many fights, even at 26 years old. As far as he has not beaten a ranked opponent in a hot minute, but he's fought some tough guys. He fought Kevin Lee in the past. He's fought the Leech. He's fought Tony Martin. He's fought James Vick. Some of those on the losing end, but some on the winning end now. This is his first fight in the save, too. I believe he got injured. Yeah, he broke his toe for training, going into something. I want to say it had to push back his camp. I could be wrong, but yeah, missed out on 2020. Here in 2021, looking to make a big splash and beat a ranked opponent in Belal Muhammad. It's going to be a tough fight for Jake Matthews, though. I don't think it's going to be an easy one. And Alex, the Hitman Corgez, the Sydney, Australian native, taking on the Texecutioner James Vick. Of course, James Vick is basically, I would say, fighting for a contract. Reason why we've kept him is because the majority draw. I felt like it was fair to let him stay around. Got knocked out by Guam, which the Guam fight, he was out of his element for sure. Guam is a much better fighter. Really just is kind of where he was. Kind of like a Tony Ferguson, where a guy that was pretty much on a pretty crazy win streak, then all of a sudden starts to lose. And, he fought Justin Gaethje and Paul Felder. Some tough guys. Dan Hooker as well. As far as when you go in there against some of these guys, and Gaethje and Paul Felder and Dan Hooker, some tough guys, for sure. And Guam's tough as well. Some tough fights. and that's kind of why I gave him some leeway. But I would say he's definitely fighting for a contract now. But, I mean, that's a tall task, though, because Alex is a absolute problem in there. He did lose to Damir Ismagulov, but as far as in the save, though, he did not start off with the UFC for some reason, as he fought deep in AFC, so he's been used to fighting an Australian. He's done well for himself. He's got some finishes in all 3 of his fights here in the save. Looking for the 4th finish here tonight. Yeah, I'd say he's the clear favorite, and I would say he's probably going to get his first UFC win. We'll see, though. And Jacob Malcolm and Carlos El Matador Matos, as Carlos Matos, of course, a part of that tough class that we just saw last year. For Jacob Malcolm, though, 2-1, 8-1 rather in the UFC, coming off of 2 wins at AFC. I want to say maybe his record might be a little fucked because of that, but Jacob Mamba Malcolm against Carlos El Matador Matos, as Carlos Matos beat Zembetsko back at UFC 257 back in December, which he did pretty well for himself with 30-27 for the most part. He actually did a really good job stand-up-wise. I didn't think that was going to happen for him. He was a really good striker that fight. As far as middleweight fight, of course, 6'1". I think Malcolm, I believe he's 6'2". Oh, he's 5'9". Wow, on the smaller side of middleweight. I wouldn't mind a Carlos Mato bet on this one either. I think size-wise and striking-wise, I think he might be the better striker. I don't know, though. He does fight at Stand Strong Boxing, so that might help him out in this fight. We'll see, though. It's Jai Herbert taking on Iron Fist. Patrick Dice is the Australian undefeated fighter, 8-0, making his UFC debut. And for Jai Herbert, he's also making his UFC fight, or debut, as far as at lightweight here, 155. Both guys have something to prove, something to kick off their debut. Obviously, for the Australian native, he's looking to bring it home for the hometown. Of course, was a part of that tough class, but didn't get picked up. Here, where we're like, fuck it, he's on a nice little run. He is fairly talented, for sure. See what he can do. And for Jai Herbert, of course, that was weird, as far as Wolverhampton, England, coming off a win against the Cage Warrior, in Cage Warrior. First fight in the save. We'll see how he does. He's 33 years old, so as far as on kind of the bad end of, as far as for a career, starting at 33 in the UFC is not great for you, but we'll see. Maybe he's got something up his sleeve. And then for Mike Vivali and Justin Badman Tafa, 2 fucking Samoans battling it out here. And Micah is a minus 920 favorite. I would not count anything out in this fight. These are 2 huge motherfuckers battling it out. And they are going for it all to kick it off the prelim. And that's a fun prelim fight for sure, because someone's getting fucking destroyed in that one. Cejudo looking to make his 4th defense. Of course, if it is successful, it's a new record for the belt. As Yahya has finished 4 of his last 5. 2 of the most pound-for-pound fighters in the world, as Cejudo ranked 12th. Yahya 23rd. Cejudo main eventing a UFC show for the 4th time in his career. Cejudo finished 3 of his last 5 opponents, and he's got a 5-inch reach advantage too. So a lot of statistics in his favor for sure over Yahya, but yeah, he's got a couple of backers. I think it'll be a very, very close fight, though. If he keeps it standing, though, he's got a good chance, but we'll see. Macy, the future barber, against Montana De La Rosa, as De La Rosa looking to make her 2nd defense of the women's flyweight title, as De La Rosa has a 5-inch reach advantage as well, so I think that played a good part in her getting the split decision win in her previous fight. We'll see what happens here in the rematch, but yeah, 2 of the best on the female side of things, battling it out in the co-main event. Going to be a very, very fun fight there. And again, 5-2 on the Blurcat staff picks, as Brett Johns and Ray Borg as 2 top 10 bantamweights battling it out. Brett Johns with a 6-inch reach advantage, so everybody's having a pretty big reach advantage for this fight. Borg is the slight Blurcat staff picks favorite, but again, I would probably back Brett Johns if it was me, especially with that 6-inch reach advantage. We'll see, though. Maybe Ray Borg can pull it off. And then Alistair, the Demolition Man Overeem and Tai Tuivasa. Again, a guy with an incredible reach advantage, 7-inch reach advantage for Alistair Overeem. Even though he hasn't won in a couple of years, this could be his night. Still a top 10 heavyweight, which is, I don't know if that's sad or impressive for the UFC heavyweight division. It's usually more on the sadder side of things, but that's going to be a tough fight for Tai Tuivasa. Ryan, Superman Spin, and Jimmy the Brute Crite as Jimmy Crite, 10th in the light heavyweight ranking, Span 13th. First time they fought, Crite is the favorite. No reach advantage, or at least not a noticeable one that we can tell from. So, could be a pretty even fight. And we'll see how it plays out. Then Bilal Muhammad and Jake Matthews, both guys have won 3 of the last 5 fights by decision. Hopefully we get a finish, though, but you never know. With this one, you kind of, with a Bilal Muhammad fight, it's always nice to kind of caution to the side of decision. But for Jake Matthews, though, he is the favorite, but a couple of backers for Muhammad there. Then James Vick and Alex Ortiz, as James Vick does have a 7-inch reach advantage, but he will be leaving the UFC after this fight. I would say win, lose, or draw, to be honest, at this rate. But who knows, though? I mean, if he can do it in an impressive fashion, maybe we'll keep him for one more fight, but I doubt it. And then for Jacob Mamba Malkoun and Carlos El Matador Matos, Malcon will have a significant weight advantage. Yeah, he's definitely a pretty big middleweight for Carlos Matos, though. He's got one backer in Paul, so not a clean sweep on the broadcast stat picks. And then for Patrick Lotus, as far as he's got 7-0 on the broadcast stat picks. Both guys making their UFC debuts. Yeah, he's going to be a problem for sure. I think he's going to get a win tonight. And then for Micah the Monster Favali against Justin Badman Tafa. This is a very, very fun fight, though. I would not count out Justin Tafa. He's got a puncher's chance, for sure. These are two massive motherfuckers, though. As far as 6'2", 265, 6', 265. I bet both guys have to cut weight to make heavyweight. Just some ginormous men battling it out here. As, Tafa looking significantly bigger than Favali, which is insane. Here we go. They touch gloves. Favali trying to come in with a strike exchange. There's a left hand from Tafa. Punch misses there from Favali. Now still walking forward, bobbing out of the way of a jab. Moves into the pocket. 1-2, avoided by Tafa. Oh boy, Favali gets caught. As Tafa... Oh, no, rather, Tafa gets caught, rather. Feints one way. Head kick now. Holy shit. Doesn't rock him, though. And now, with intent for sure, Favali looking for a 3-punch combination in a leg kick to Tafa. Quick throw and punch. Lands and then lands a leg kick. There's a jab and a right cross from Tafa. That's all it takes. Oh my god, another head kick from Favali. Somehow not even rocking Justin Tafa with these head kicks. This is crazy. Neither fighter could step in and engage now. I think guys are kind of getting tired here and use the left jab, but Tafa avoids the head kick this time. Luckily for him, Tafa with jab misses. There's a right hook from Favali. And that's the end of the first round. I mean, that lived up to expectations for sure. Did not see a finish, though. We'll see how Favali can do here in the second. Left jab, leg kick, though. Doesn't connect, I believe. Yep, doesn't connect. Off target with the jab, connects a clean right hand. Those Tafa. Favali now with a counter after the right cross misses from Tafa. It's a clean right hand after the quick left jab. Favali's getting tired, though. But I'm sure Tafa is as well. Jab lands. Leg kick doesn't follow up, though. Counter jab from Tafa. Tafa again gets caught with a feint, and there's a lovely head kick. That got him. Rocked him for sure after the head kick. Big right hand, down goes Tafa, and he's out. God damn. I mean, that's exactly what we wanted from that fight. A finish in Micah Favali. Watch out for him in that heavyweight division. He's a big dude to be throwing head kicks like that. That's pretty fucking crazy. As he thanks having back to the Hawaii Elite MMA as well. For helping compare for the fight, the sponsor for supporting him financially as well. What a debut for that man as Jai Herbert rather. In Iron Fist. Patrick Lotis as Josh Rosenthal referee. Here we go. As our opening bell, fighters touch gloves. They engage now. Right jab scores for Herbert. Right hand taking on the gloves. It's a great right hook in the left jab from Patrick. Patrick now slipping past the right hook and counters with a jab, followed by a right hand that lands clean. Oh, and he rocked him. Spinning back fist. Damn. Down he goes. Looking to finish the fight here in the first, and he does. What a win for Iron Fist himself as a minute finish. Good shit. That's how you make a debut. And making a big splash. And he calls out Rafael Alves. We could probably make that happen as he praises his team at Lions High Performance Center. Fair sponsors, all of his fans came out to support him. Jacob Mamba Malkoun and Carlos Matos. So we'll see how Matos does, the undefeated Dominican Republic native, taking on the Sydney Australian. The Australian will obviously have a hometown advantage, but he's looking a little heavier too for this fight. There's a wide hook to the body. Matos avoids it though. Matos looking to clinch up with him already. Got him against the cage. Now elbow now. Yeah, as a freestyle fighter, he can kind of do it all, but he's doing a good job here. He's keeping him up against the cage some more. A couple of ribs, or a couple of punches of ribs rather land, and there's a foot stomp. Looking for it though, but he doesn't get it though. So Malcolm is able to pull clear, circle out, and now we got a jab. Jab hits him from Malkoun and then hits him with a straight right. Malkoun's starting to light him up a little bit, still pressuring him. Back into the pocket. Great strike defensive from Matos. So defends all those strikes. Moving back in, and Malkoun dodges the right hand and counterattacks the jab and right cross that just missed it. Some good stuff though. Matos close round for sure, but I think with that beginning of the round, him having it against the cage and doing some damage helped him out a lot. But that was a close fight, or a close first round rather of the fight. Yeah, 15 and 17. Yeah, it was close. Close for sure. Round 2, they come forward and the jab exchange. 1-2. Matos was equal to it though. No, again Matos counter jab. This time doesn't connect. Left jab. Matos avoids the right to the body. Nice jab and a straight right hand from Malkoun. Bobbing out of the way jab, moves back into the pocket. Nothing but air on the big right after the jab for Malkoun. He's looking really good though. The boxing's been on display for sure, and he's looked great out there. Scores the right hook. Does Matos. Malkoun misses the pair of jabs with a good right hand. Now, when he rocked him with that right hand, Matos is in trouble. Big right hand comes through, and he might get a finish here as well. And he does. What a win for Jacob Malkoun. What a fucking prelim this has been. We've seen 3 finishes and a now not undefeated Carlos Matos. As far as he had a good start. Just could not keep up with the striking. It's Jacob Malkoun. Gives the name check there on Stand Strong Boxing. All of his area sponsor, all of his friends, family, and supporters. As the Texecutioner versus the Hitman. This is going to be a crazy fight here. We got a boxer versus a kickboxer. Got a big man in James Vick at 6'3" as a lightweight. Got the reach advantage too, but Alex is 9 years younger than him, the younger fighter, maybe even the better striker. We'll see. As Merguley as a referee, cage side judges, here we go. As Vick with the counter jab, Alex catches him with the feet. 1-2 punches on the land. 2 counter left hands from Vick. Misses all the strikes in combination with a head kick attempt. 2-punch combination, quick left, straight right. Great right hook from Alex there. Now it looked like to see Alex try to get some grappling in, which is interesting. Because Vick with a nice jab and a right hook. Nice little 1-2 jab, misses the right hand. 1-2 from Alex again. Tries to go for the body, doesn't land it though. 2 quick punch combination. But as far as Alex with some good movement, avoids both of them. Left hand, Alex avoids the big right. Quick punches and hit it. Gets a hold of him, does Alex. Gets him in the Muay Thai clinch. That's not good. Big knee on the button, and down he goes. Knocks him out cold. That is what he is all about. He is looking to knock fuckers out, and he does exactly that. Gets his 10th win of his career. For James Vick, though, he brought it. He was looking pretty solid there until he got caught in the Muay Thai clinch, and I knew it was over from that point on. And he got fucked up from that. But he gives thanks, praises his team at the Australian top teams, very sponsor, all fans came out to support him as well. So our main event prelim, will we see another finish? And we have an all-finish night on our prelim. As if it's going to be a fight that doesn't have a finish, probably Bilal Muhammad fight would probably be the case for that. Herb Dean's a referee. Cage-side judges, here we go. They touch gloves. Bilal looking to start off some striking here. 2 out of the 3 punches land, but the leg kick misses though. And there's some more punches here. 2 out of the 3 quick punches, but Matthews again avoids the big shot. Doesn't land either that 1-2. Now Matthews gets a hold of him. Got him against the cage. Oh, gets out-wrestled, actually. Never mind. Oh, now Matthews gets back control. Now he's got him stuck against the cage. Damn, they're just going to grind each other. Man, hate to see that. But he got out of it, luckily, for Bilal Muhammad. Now, quick flurry. 3 punches, and then catches the right hook. Actually, Bilal Muhammad's actually looking pretty good striking-wise tonight. As there's a right hand after the jab misses. Jake Matthews with a trip. Got it. Great inside leg trip. Now trying to pass. Not able to pass, though. I mean, listen, I would say Bilal Muhammad won that round. I know Jake Matthews had the takedown, but I felt like Bilal did more. That was just me, but hey, he also stuffed the pass too. I don't think they grade that as highly as they should be, but hey, it is what it is. Matthews willing to take some hits, means getting close enough to land. Combination from the leg kick fails to land for Muhammad. Now Matthews again with a fast trip, looking for the sweep. Leg sweeps him down. Knee strike to the ribs. This is exactly what he wants. A lot of time on the mat. Looking for the Kimura, and he got him. Beautiful stuff from Jake Matthews there. Gets a finish in the second round. We have not seen the third round tonight, and we might not. The way this card is going, given the name check to everyone at Absolute MMA and Conditioning is very responsive to all fans, family, and supporters. Jake Matthews gets a win over a ranked guy and is looking impressive. It's Ryan Spann and Jimmy Crite kicking off the main card. The Australians have done pretty well tonight. Let's see if they keep it going. Crite, big cheer here, makes his way towards the cage as we have a jab in the exchange from Spann. Damn, went for the head kick. That would have been a fight ender if that would have landed after the combination. Counter jab from Spann. There's a sick head kick, though. Down he goes. Here comes Crite with some massive rights and finishes him. Beautiful stuff from the Brute. 13-1, and I'm sure Australia's rocking with that one. Fantastic stuff. And, another great win for Stand Strong Boxing. His various sponsors as well. And he thanks those guys, and he thanks his fans that came out to support him as well. And he invites everyone to a post-show winners party at a local club to celebrate his win. We'll see if Bam Bam's got it in him to pull off the upset against Alistair Overeem. The Demolition Man, though, is a tower of a man. Luckily, he's not eating any horse meat or anything like that, or God knows what else he's fucking doing. But Alistair Overeem, maybe his last fight. Who knows? We'll see. As neither fighter can land anything on the exchange here. Tuivasa misses the left jab. Here comes a clean right hand. Overeem the left jab and a good right hand. So both guys are landing. Great slipping of the right hook from Overeem. But missed on the right hook the last possible second. Again, a great slip from Overeem. Jab and a leg kick to the body. Or leg kick to the body. Left kick to the body. God, I'm an idiot. There's Overeem with two jabs on the right hand from Overeem. Tuivasa then with two quick jabs on the right hook. Good stuff. Jab, right hand, absorbing the glove. 1-2 from Overeem. Quick jab and a clean right hand off the counter from Overeem. Doesn't even rock him. That is crazy. And again, Overeem with a great counter. Quick left jab and a right hand that lands clean. Left jab and right hook again. The counter striking from Overeem has just been too much. Now there's a leg kick. I would say the reach advantage definitely played a factor with this one. And there's a jab and a right cross here. And he rocked him in that right cross. Looking for the Muay Thai clinch. I think that was a mistake. Not enough time left to really get anything out of that Muay Thai clinch. But obviously, he won the round. Yeah, I think he even won the round before he even rocked him. As Tuivasa misses the right hook. And again, a quick counter. Quick left jab. Low kick nearly misses, though. Tuivasa again gets kind of a nice right hook. Man, he's getting just fucked up. Just absolutely fucked up. Overeem again with a jab and a right hook. Tuivasa's now getting tired. Left hand to the body from Overeem. Slithering shots here with the jab and the kicks the lead leg. Powerful right hook now after the jab, after a leg kick from Tuivasa doesn't land, and he knocks him down with that one. He might eat these shots, though. He's a tough fucker, and he is surviving somehow as he blocks him from transition and guard. Now he's trying to pound away again. Just a couple of managed to get through. Another round win for Overeem. Tuivasa needs a fucking miracle. But yeah, he's gotten fucked up for sure. Come together in strikes. Overeem counters good right hand with a couple of jabs on good right hand of his own. Tuivasa again. Hanging on though. Getting rocked and keeping on trucking. Maybe the corner should think about throwing in the fucking towel here. Because there's another big time shot and another rubbery legs Tuivasa. Again going for that Muay Thai clinch. Knee to the stomach. I don't know why he keeps on trying to go for the Muay Thai clinch. Now they separate, but now they're back into it. Potentially. Oh, yeah, Tuivasa gets caught. Massive knee to the chest. Somehow, still hanging in there. Another massive knee to the chest. I mean, fair fucks to Tai Tuivasa for hanging in there, but he got destroyed by Alistair Overeem. What a win for Overeem. And he's still fighting. Didn't retire. Praises everyone. Thanks everyone connected to Jackson Week MMA. For MMA for the fight. Sponsors for supporting financially. And praises Tuivasa though for his toughness too. Which, yeah, That makes sense. He's one tough fucker the last 15 minutes, and he pretty much got fucked up that whole time. Brett Johns and Ray Borg, the Taz Mexican Devil. 18-2, 14-4. See how this one plays out. Cage side judges, here we go. They start an over-under. Borg is the aggressor. Got him against the cage. Oh, no. Johns throws a judo throw now. Oh, that gets blocked. Wow, usually nobody blocks those. So great stuff from Ray Borg. And that shows you how talented he is as a grappler. And he's got him, though, as Brett Johns with a nice inside leg trip. Trying to pass guard. Yeah, keeps it going. Keeps the guard. Good shit, though, for Brett Johns. He finally got the takedown. But Borg, though, still fighting very, very hard. Borg coming out on top after the scramble. Oh, Borg now looking to pass half guard, get side control. And it's another scramble. This time, obviously, Johns is on the bottom, but now Borg is back on top again. Double underhook now, trying to start a scramble. Johns, though, too slow. Gets caught in side control. My God, what a grappling contest this has turned into. Very, very little happened to separate the two. They were pretty much tick for tat. Borg landed more strikes. Johns had the takedown. I would probably say Ray Borg won that round, but it was close. Again, come together in a clinch. Borg's the aggressor. And he gets the takedown. It's ugly, but he's got him. In a face-lock head type hold here. Some big shots here. Some powerful ones landing through as well. Now looking for the soccer kick to the body, but Johns wisely standing back up and down. Johns looking for a judo throw. Again, Ray Borg stopping these judo throws. Now he gets tripped, though. Does Brett Johns. Now Ray Borg just knows that he probably won the first round. He can just lay and pray at this rate, which is tough to see on a pay-per-view. And yes, time's still ticking away. They should have stood him up. Brutal. Johns needs a finish. Come together again, over-under. And again, Johns finally gets the nice inside leg trip after going for it every single time when the round starts. But I don't know if he's going to be able to finish him. Borg with an armbar. Almost got it. Borg again going for the armbar, and he got him. Finished him in the third with the armbar from the bottom. We see a finish, but yeah, not the greatest of fights, unfortunately for us. As he thanks everyone and name checks everyone at WMMA, is very responsive to all of his friends, family, supporters, and he praises Johns for his skill and toughness as well. Ray Borg might get a title fight in the near future, the way he's fighting. As our co-main event, women's flyweight title, Fort Worth, Texas, Greeley, Colorado. These girls are a long way from home. Team Alpha Male for Macy Barber. Team Takedown for Montana De La Rosa. Both girls, I would say, have a solid wrestling background. Macy Barber may be the better striker of the two. We'll see, though. Herb Dean's the referee. Cage side judges. Here we go. They touch gloves. Barber comes in with the strike exchanges. 4 of them. But Rosa avoids the big right to end out that combination. Montana De La Rosa still trying to get in close. But De La Rosa catches a body kick now after the jab from Barber. Doesn't get her, but has her up against the cage. Trip takedown. Nice inside leg trip. She's going to keep close body-to-body contact. She's pushed back into the butterfly guard. And Barber quickly scrambles, but now she's gotten side control. Knees of the ribs. That's exactly what we saw from the first fight. Doesn't hit the knee strikes to the ribs, though. Doesn't connect properly either, as Barber was moving too much. And now looking for a knee bar. Doesn't happen, though. Minute left. Some more punches. Trying to catch her breath, though, is Barber. Or actually from De La Rosa, because obviously she's been in control pretty much this entire first round. They stand her up, but it's the end of the first round. And yeah, definitely Montana De La Rosa won that round. But Macy Barber, she was looking good until that takedown. And again, this time Montana De La Rosa not wasting any time. Just goes right for it. Punching down on Barber. Trying to pass. It's a scramble here, but it's north-south. So now Barber's underneath her. Few elbows, midsection. Not happening, no. Armbar from Montana De La Rosa. Not happening, though. That would have been crazy. Breaks out of it, too, and scrambles. Barber's up at her feet. Grabs her against the cage. Good stuff from Macy Barber here. Oh, no, never mind. As I thought she had control. I guess it was Montana De La Rosa. She sweeps her down, and she's got her back. Minute left. If she gets both hooks in, this might be it. Nope, went for it without the hooks. Doesn't get it, and that's another round, though, for Montana De La Rosa. 2-0 for the scorecard, and yeah, it's not looking good for Macy Barber. Jab its own from Barber. Catches her the low kick, though, the front leg. Again, trying to take the initiative. That's her only chance, though, really striking-wise. Beat of a straight right, another straight right. Jabbing a right cross. Here comes Barber, but Montana De La Rosa felt the fight was changing in Barber's favor. It shot for a takedown. Doesn't get it, but she's got her against the cage. But she's out of danger. That's the big thing for her. Herbert Dean luckily separates him more back, standing and striking. 2 quick jabs, no power behind him at all. Crunching right hook from Barber. Right cross that lands hard. Barber's starting to land now. There's a jab and a right hook. Beautiful stuff from Maycee Barber. Big right hand. I'd say she won that round for sure. So she's coming back. It's 2-1, and Barber's looking better than what Montana De La Rosa's looking like. There's a jab and a right hook already. There's a nice straight right hand that lands hard. Beautiful head kick now from Barber. Oh boy, Montana De La Rosa's in trouble. Big right hand, goes for the kill now after the knockdown, and she might just get her, and she does. We have a new flyweight champion on the women's side, and it is Maycee Barber. This flyweight title's changed hands so many times in this save, and Maycee, the future Barber, does it here as her that is the 4th women's flyweight champion we've had in this save, and we've been in this for a year and a half. Kind of crazy, but what a win for Maycee Barber at 11-1. Probably the youngest flyweight champion we've had at 22 years old. Very, very crazy. Gives a name check there on a Team Alpha Male. All of her very sponsors, all of her fans, family, and supporters as well. As she shows off her women's flyweight title belt. Says that she intends to be champion for a very long time. Great stuff there. Tough break for Montana De La Rosa, though. Started off, won the first 2 rounds, but Maycee striking just got too much for him. As Yahya against Henry Cejudo. As Yahya is the underdog, but I wouldn't count him out. We'll see if magic can strike twice tonight for the challengers. As cage side judges here, opening bell. Cejudo already taking him down. You knew that was the game plan. As he got him in tight, though. Doesn't want to get caught with a submission from the bottom. Might be a bad idea, actually, to shoot for that takedown so quickly. Because, I mean, Yanni's great on the bottom like that. Went for the armbar. Not happening, though. And Cejudo looking to lay and pray. I hate that. Absolutely hate it. Yanni, please get him. I mean, just hoping for the best. Now a shoulder smash, and again, just shoulder smashing and laying and praying. Hate it. Absolutely hate it. How many strikes did he land that round? 20. Well, 20 in 5 minutes isn't too bad, but still. Not great. Cejudo not rushing in now. Wants to make sure that opportunity is perfect, and he's probably going to do it after that spinning back kick misses. Yep. Got the single leg. Yanni hasn't stopped the takedown yet. Looking for an armbar from the bottom again. Not happening. If he can catch him with that one armbar, could be it, but I don't think it's going to happen. There's 2 left hands of the head kick, though, from Yanni. Cejudo able to grab him up now. Got him against the cage. Just going to keep him there, probably. Yep. I mean, yeah, not great from Cejudo. Not great at all. 20-18 on the scorecard on the rounds. Obviously, he's up 2-0, and it's not looking good for Yanni. Another takedown. Lays on top of him. This was what I was afraid of. I was hoping Cejudo would bring out some ground and pound, but he is not doing it. But Yanni, though, again, going for these arm bars. He's at least trying to get a finish. Not looking for an elbow from the bottom. But they're just going to he's just going to smother him now, and Mergliotti is going to stand him back up. Flurry of punches from Yanni. All of them connect, and also spinning back kick to the chest. So striking's actually looked better than Cejudo's. I mean, Cejudo should be ashamed of himself, to be honest. I know he's going to get this win potentially, but there's a crunching right hook from Yanni, so he might have something going here with the strikes. Body kick now, spinning kick to the body. I'd say he won that round. Yeah, I'm with them on that. I thought he outstruck him. I thought he did a lot better. I thought he did more damage, too. 2-1, Yanni, much like we saw from our last title fight. The challenger is able to land more strikes. He's able to get something going, but Cejudo is, again, just trying to get him against the cage, and he does so. You hate to see it, and there's a right hook to the body, though, from Yahya, and now some sithering kicks to the legs. Roundhouse kick to the body. Cejudo again, trying to get him against the cage. Not happening, though. Yahya gets out of it again. Left-handed leg kick. Left hand misses the big right hand that follows up, though. Cejudo, again, just looking to just keep on grappling. I mean, I really hope they give it to Yahya again. I mean, he's landed strikes. He's looking good. Yeah, they gave it to him. Love that. It's a fucking fight. You have to hit him. You're going to have to hit him and do damage. That's what the main criteria is, and he's doing it. And Cejudo didn't even get a takedown that round, so I would definitely give that to Yahya for sure. Actually, yeah, he didn't even go for one. So it's all tied up going into this final round. This is very, very interesting to see how this one will play out. Quick flurry of punches from Yahya. One of the 4 hit home and catches him with a low kick to the front leg. So he's limping now. So you can see the leg kicks have definitely caught up to him. Cejudo gets hold of him, though, looking to slam him. Alright, that's a great slam. I'm not mad at that. Now he's looking to pound away. Finally looking to do some damage while on top. But he's not able to do a whole lot. Now we're looking for Kimura. Finally, he's going for submissions, too. We should have been seeing this the whole fight from Cejudo. But he knew when push came to shove, he had to get this round, and I think he did. And yeah, I'd say close one, but 48-47 Cejudo. I think that's the right call. And tough break for Yanni. He looked really good. But Cejudo there, if he would have fought like he did in that last round, though, it would have been a long night for Yanni. But again, I mean, he only landed 20 strikes again. So really, overall, he landed 71 strikes. Actually, 78 strikes. He got the standing ones, too. So he did outstrike him. He was perfect on takedowns. At some point, you got to ask for Yanni to stuff a takedown. Couldn't do it, though. Couldn't do it. And he is the bantamweight champion still. Is Henry Cejudo at 19-2. For Yanni, 29-11-1 no contest, as he thanks all of his sponsors for backing him, also thanks his family, friends, and supporters for that one. Tough break, man, because that prelim was fantastic. All finishes was looking really good, and we started off the main card with that TKO win. Tuivasa surviving was pretty exciting to see. And honestly, that Ray Borg and Brett Johns fight was a lot better than just decent. Obviously, Macy's win was huge. That was probably the biggest talking point for the main card, though. That and Jimmy Kreit's win. We did increase our popularity in a lot of places, so that's a good stuff there. Put over Macy Barber. We'll put over Kreitz. Jake Matthews looked great. Malkoon looked great as well. Kind of to give it to Favali as well. He looked really, really impressive, but he was such a heavy favorite. I feel like that'd kind of be a waste. That'll work. Wow, we actually lost money. Because we gave Alistair Overeem over $1 million. That's kind of crazy. Brother almost made $2 million. Good for him, though. I mean, listen, he put in his fucking time. Cejudo making $200,000. Macy Barber, $200,000. I bet if you combine everybody's pay, it's not even close to $1 million. I bet it's not even $500,000. And Overeem made over $1 million. So we actually lost money. That is crazy. Because, I mean, we made money. $1.5 million gate, damn near. If you throw in the sponsorships as well. The pay-per-view about did $1 million. Drug testing, was $15,000 basically covered by the merchandise. Yeah, just that one contract of Alistair Overeem. Just changed everything. But that will do it, though, for this episode. Thank you all for watching as we leave Australia now. And I believe the next fight card is a Fight Island. I could be wrong, though. Because I want to say, I thought it's a Fight Island, and then we're in Vegas for the 4th. Actually, yeah, it's actually Vegas and Vegas. Yeah, because it's supposed to be International Fight Week. So, yeah, we're going into the ESPN Plus card that's in Vegas. Then we'll go to the next pay-per-view at the first week of July. Which, of course, this main event for this UFC card, Poirier and Gaethje 2, very, very fun fight there. These next 2 episodes are going to be a lot of fun. Some big-time fights for sure. And we'll catch you guys there. Take care, everyone.